Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It didn't make much sense. Happy birthday, Mr. Pellegrini. And finally, your players gave you the birthday present you will not forget. West Ham defeated Everton 3-1 away from home. And as you can see by our big, massive, cheesy smiles, we are happy West Ham fans today.
Whoa, mate.
Cess, Richard, we all watched the game. Cess, straight over to you. Whoa, what pressure does that take off Pellegrini?
It gives the whole team a massive boost. I don't know what was said in that change room last week. I think a few weeks back against Wolves. I don't know what was said, but it must have freaking worked to the T because they must have let everything out. And you can just see the way they all played for each other. Yeah. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I think there was signs that it was coming, but I think we just needed a bit of time. I think that we needed a bit of time. But I know typical us, we get a bit frustrated. We want a bit instant success, but I think we just need a bit more time, and I think we'll get there. We'll get there. I reckon.
Richard, I mean, when the build up to this game, you've got, a social media war between fans. Brushing all of that aside, were you fearful going into this game today?
I think most West Ham fans were, to be honest. After losing 4 in a row, you've always got the worst case scenario in your mind. And I wasn't going into this game full of confidence, I'll be honest. But your credit where it's due to Pellegrini to make 6 changes. That was ballsy and it came off. The players are warriors today. I genuinely think that everyone held their hands up and put in an absolute shift. And to get 3 points at Goodison, it's never an easy game. So I'm just delighted. And I'm actually seeing signs of life in the team, which I didn't see in the first 4 games. And I honestly think we can kick on from this. We've got some tough games, but I think that's what we need now. Let's roll on Chelsea. Let's go and let's flip and
couldn't agree more.
Put in a shift. Yeah.
On the back of what you said there, Richard, I did see glimpses of hope in those 4 games that we were defeated, and that's why I was maybe going into today's game with a bit more confidence than maybe some other fans. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys who watch our channel, you'll see that we've started a new show which kind of gives us, on the morning of the game, what your real opinion's going to be, how raw, get behind the guys, etc. And I mentioned in that comment that I've seen enough, and today could be the day that we click. It could be the next week, it could be the week after, but, there's glimpses of something there, and today, in my opinion, we did show that. Anyway, Cess, over to you. Team selection, what were your thoughts on team selection? Mr. Yarmolenko, Mr. Yarma-fucking-Lenko started today.
It's what I've asked for. I wanted him to start. I've been calling it for the past few games. He needed to start today, and as you can see, the performance he performed today. Yeah. Goodness, the second goal especially, the way he took it, you could just see how much of a handful he is. You could just see it. You could see how much of a threat he is. Like him and Anderson were just terrorizing the back line. You can see at times you just felt sorry for him. You really did, especially Anderson in the second half. He was outstanding. But who else? Another player who was outstanding, Mr. Declan Rice.
Absolutely.
All I have to say is that I think they need to first thing in the morning tomorrow, take him in the office, just sit him down, have a contract, just slam it down there. Yeah. Here you go. We'll give you what we'll give you what you want. Yeah. You are the future. We'll give you what you want.
This club.
Please sign here. Please fucking sign here.
Yeah.
Because I know he wants to play. He wants to play for this club. You could just tell. You could tell the way he plays.
Richard, on Declan Rice, he obviously was catapulted straight into the starting lineup today. He sat right in front of that back 4. Describe his performance from start to finish.
Oh, world class. World flipping class. I mean, the lad is a teenager and he's putting in performances like that. I mean, I honestly, I think he's been so unlucky not to have started every game this season. He's made 1 or 2 mistakes. He's a youngster. It's going to happen. But honestly, watching that performance today, we've seen it from Declan Rice many times. That man is going to be huge for us this season. And going forward, he's honestly going to be the next Mark Noble. He will captain West Ham. And I just watched him today. The composure that he had, He's
Oh, yeah.
strong. He doesn't panic. His eye for pass is phenomenal, and he was just providing such a great shield. He was the legs that Noble doesn't have. And to be fair, Nobes had a decent game. Obiang, I thought, was brilliant today as well.
Yeah.
I mean, his role that he played in Arnie's Yarmolenko's first goal was brilliant. The little shimmy around the corner, ball over the top. So, yeah, Rice is just, he needs to start every game this season. Give him a few runner games. Let him build some confidence and build on the performance today.
I'm not going to lie to you guys, though. There was a little bit of fear factor kicking in once I seen the team announced, because I thought it looked quite defensively minded, which I suppose when you're going for points, and I'm talking about the central midfield area, when you've got Rice,
I know what you mean.
Noble, and etc., and Obiang in there. But, you know, as you said, Rich, I felt like Obiang had the freedom to do what he needed to do in the game today because of the... And you know what? I'm not going to rip into Mark Noble today because Mark Noble gave us a defensively sound performance, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
he
maybe
did.
not so a great performance in terms of going forward. But at the end of the day, if that allowed Obiang and the rest of the team to do what they were doing, he can be a little bit of an unsung hero for today, in my opinion. But, you know, when you've got players like Dick and Rice there in the backgrounds. But we have to go back to Yarmolenko. I'm sorry, I've been going on about this guy for so long. Cess, you said you were going on about him for so long. And I just want to I want to criticise some people who are so quick to jump on the bandwagon and judge players because they think he can't run up and down that field. Well, I'll tell you something right now. Today he played 80 minutes. He doesn't miss games on the international level. He scored midweek for Ukraine to make them win the goal. Yeah, albeit it may have been a penalty, etc. But this guy does not need to be running up and down the park all day long. He is a handful. He is what Richard says is a baller. He's
a menace. A menace.
He's a menace. He's technically gifted. And there was a couple of times, if you watch on the cameras, when he's on the wing and he collects the ball and there's 3 Everton players around him, ball sticks to his feet. And it's not very often you get a player like that who comes up in your ranks. If anything, I wish we'd signed him when he was a lot younger. And we had an Everton fan on our preview show this week who, in his opinion, was saying he's the guy that Everton fear the most because he single-handedly knocked them out of Europe last year. So that's what he was all panicking about. But Yarmolenko moving forward, it's a no-brainer after today, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
After today, I'm just lost of words. I'm just lost of words, really.
Cess, describe his first goal.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, what was the first goal again? What was the first goal again? I'm trying to think. I'm just so fascinated on the second goal. Completely forgot about the first goal. No.
I think we won the ball back, and then a great bit of midfield. The ball went over to Arnautovic. Arnautovic could have been
Oh,
really
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah,
and he played in Yarmolenko.
Yeah, that was a good little finish. Yeah, I must admit.
Yeah, Rich, let's go over that second goal.
Oh, I mean,
thank you, Pickford. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We love if we can play against Pickford every week. I'll be chuffed. But we've all been calling for it, and generally, I don't know any West Ham fan that hasn't been calling for Yarmolenko to start.
I do. I know a fucking shitload of them.
Well, I hope that he shut them up after this performance.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, he gets the ball. He that's what he's done when he's come off the bench. He shimmies. He cuts back. He just took their left back. He sent him for a hot dog, and then he stuck it in the top left. I mean, Pickford didn't smell it. Brilliant finish. And to give us a 2-goal cushion, that's exactly what we needed. West Ham need to have a 2-goal cushion. We don't like being one goal up. And yeah, just quality, absolute quality. Benson in the corner. Done.
Before we describe, Everton came back with the 47th minutes into injury time with a goal. Let's quickly glance over our defence and our goalkeeper Fabianski. We cannot let him really glide past this without even mentioning him. Cess, thoughts on Fabianski to start with?
Probably our signing of the season.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I know we got Felipe Anderson for big bucks, but Fabianski for the price that we got him for, I think he's been our sign of the season. Even though the first 4 games we lost, the amount of saves that he's made for us, it could have been a whole lot worse in terms of goal difference.
Yeah.
And he's making such a difference.
Yeah.
I feel so much comfortable with him in goal than Adrian.
And then add to that mix though, you've got another player who I'm massively impressed with, which is Diop in centre half.
Yeah.
Add to that Balbueno. Rich, The back line and Fabianski, thoughts on them?
Yeah, going back to what Seth said, I think Fabianski's also been our signing of the season. 7 million bargain. I thought Diop was exceptional today. He was generally a brick wall. He was closing down attacks. Maybe you can be a little bit critical of him for their goal. He ran out. He was just a bit over eager, but that's because he was having a good game and he was winning. He was winning everything. So he ran out. He was a little bit out of position, and it annoyed me because it was such a typical West Ham goal to concede in added time. You know, we almost need more leaders that just make sure we shut up shop at that point in time, because to concede at that point really killed us. But luckily we came back really well. But the defense as a whole, Zabaleta, you know what you're going to get. He was solid today. Masuaka, I actually thought had a really good game, and he got forward quite nicely. Balbuena also decent. So yeah, defensively was the best performance of the season so far for me.
For any of you fans watching, we know Richard is currently static. Don't worry about that. You can still see him. He's not moving, so you can still hear him. So we'll just carry on with this. Cess, moving into the 2-0 up, 2 minutes of injury time. We concede that goal. Who's to blame? Anyone to blame?
I think it's one of them ones where I think it's Duke, Balbuena, and possibly Rice was sleeping, and then they just let Sigurdsson just come in and just have a bullet header, which to be fair was a fucking good header.
Yeah.
And it just had to be typical West Ham to be we conceded it this late on. We couldn't have shut up shop.
Yeah.
And then but I think to give Everton credit, I think them playing out wide and the balls that they were playing in, they were playing some frightening balls in. And I think when Nias hit the bar as well, where there was 2 players that were free, and then he hit the bar, that scared the shit out of me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Everton were a threat for the wide areas, especially their deliveries were top notch, to be honest. But other than that,
perfect time for Everton to score a goal and put the shitters at West Ham, and I think every part of us were digging deep and trying to stay positive, but you can't deny we were going to panic moving into the second half. But Richard, we came out into the second half, and did we do what the typically West Ham do?
Yeah, I mean, that third goal was so needed from Arnie, and the role Aubameyang had to play in it was phenomenal. The intricate passing. I mean, the commentators were purring about the play that we were doing, and it's so nice to see West Ham playing that type of attacking football. And we soaked up a bit of pressure at the beginning of the first half, but that intricate piece of play around the box and a great finish. Look, Pickford probably should have done better, but I can't stand him, and we scored past him, so I'm delighted with that. And that literally put the game to bed for me. So it was huge that we got that third goal.
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
Arnie's so important for us. Honestly, he really is important for us. Did you know that he in 2018 he's second in terms of Premier League goals involvement?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
He's extremely important player, and we don't know what the extent of the injury. He came off, and was it Antonio came on for him?
Yeah.
Which I think when you were watching the TV at the time, they stirred up a little bit of controversy because one of the commentators announced that Perez was refusing to come out and warm up. But what we've since found out was he wasn't refusing. It was just a bit of a mix up with all that sort of stuff that's happened. So as West Ham fans, let's not get carried away about the Perez situation. I believe it's all okay. Listen, we're all happy West Ham fans. What do we do moving forward, Cess? We're going to be doing a preview show in the week for the Chelsea game, but what do West Ham? What does Pellegrini do? What does the team do?
Yeah, we know Chelsea's going to be a tough game. You look at that midfield three of Kante, Jorginho, and Kovac. Which I don't know if Kovac will be fit at the moment because I think he went off injured. But that midfield three is a handful, and obviously, and you got Hazard that is just kicking into gear as well. Yeah. So he's on form at the moment as well. So he's going to be a danger man as well. So we have to be aware of that. I think Pellegrini has to really, really think about the setup, how we play against Chelsea, because we play a setup that just allows Chelsea just to come at us and knock passes galore, and then they just tear us a new one. Then I think we'll be in massive, massive trouble. But I think Pellegrini's got a couple of days to just monitor Chelsea, see what the perfect fit is and what perfect formation.
Rich, you've talked throughout the season that sometimes coming up with West Ham against certain teams, we need to flood the midfield. Is that something you think we need to do moving forward?
Absolutely. I was just about to say that actually. We've been bypassed far too easily in the midfield this season. But today, playing 5, and then when we're on the attack, we almost play a 4-3-3, but when we're defending, it's a 4-5-1. And it works. It genuinely works. We flooded the midfield today, and we have so much more of the ball than we've had in the past. And away from home to be able to get a foothold in midfield is massive. And we know if we sit back, we've got enough going forward to counter attack. That's what we did today against Everton, and it worked beautifully. So I think against a team like Chelsea, who have got a brilliant midfield, we've got to flood the midfield because else they'll bypass us far too easily. So yeah, I'd stick 5 in the midfield. Going forward, play 3, and when we're defending, play 5 in the middle. Yeah.
Before we do move on and before we actually leave the preview, let's just quickly talk about Anderson. We haven't talked about him. A record signing. Seth's greatest performance today.
It was brilliant. It was, especially the second half. You could see he was another one that was just a complete utter handful. I just felt sorry for that with the right back. He was just getting every single time. Every single time Anderson was just running. He just literally he just didn't know what to do. And I think at times, I think we had a discussion earlier. He said that he needs to be a bit more ruthless and greedy. Because I know at times he's a bit selfless and he's just passing it.
And Seth, I'm going to back that statement up that you said, and I said it before we came on. I just think his final third, he's grown into this Premier League, and I think give him a few more games, we'll start to see the real Felipe Anderson. But today, what I noticed about his game was he was attacking, he was causing them problems, but it was just his final end product, which was near the end of the game, he had a chance to shoot and he didn't. He tried to pass, so he tried. It was as if he was trying to impress everyone to show his hard work, but in actual fact, we were shouting and screaming at the screens to go shoot. And in actual fact,
do it yourself. Yeah,
he found himself in a couple of other occasions when he came from the left, came on the inside, and he could have shot, but he didn't. He found the pass again, which is fine to a certain extent, but sometimes you need to be a bit greedy. And when you look at some of his goals he scored for Lazio, he does love to shoot from outside the box. So let's hope moving forward he does do that. So yeah, Felipe Anderson, great performance today. So as West Ham fans, we are obviously delighted. Got a tough couple of fixtures on the move. Rich, before we go, you want to say anything else?
No, let's just build on this momentum now. Hopefully this is a chance for us to kickstart our season. We've got some tough games coming up, but it's the perfect performance to go into a game of the magnitude of Chelsea, and I think the fans will be right up for that game. So bring it on. I'm excited. Great performance.
Absolutely. Seth, anything else before you go?
Yeah, as I was saying about Chelsea game, we know we've got tough games coming up. Chelsea, Man United, Brighton, which I'm going to be going to, and I'm staying up there tonight as well. We just got to carry on the momentum, mate. And and with the Spurs game, if any West Ham fan is available, hop on the Ironworks boat party. You should do that for Spurs.
Absolutely.
Hop on that.
I'll back up what Seth said. It's a great day out if you want to go and have a few bevies and have a sing song on a boat on the water. It is a good laugh. Of course, you will see at the bottom there, we are in partnership with Umbro. Few cool competitions and a really nice auction is coming up soon. Obviously the Ribman of London, if you head over to his ribs and you mention Irons United, you get discount for a rib roll. And of course, as you can see, we are in a really tight partnership with the official supporters club for West Ham. We've had some great news this last week, so please make sure you get involved and go over and join them. Anyway, he's been Seth, he's been Richard, I've been Anton. Come on, you Irons.
Yes. Come on, you Irons.